a whisper against the morning breeze. This is only the beginning. After the attack on councils, everyone knew that they had started the battle, and what happened was just a signal to the council. They knew many people were going to lose their lives and even their family, but none of them feared it. Instead, it still made them aggressive to participate in it. After the council attack on the rebels, Eldora was no longer silent. The streets echoed with chants, banners of rebellion waved high. Fear and fury were siblings in the roads. With every breath of Eldora, the council's authority crumbled. What had begun as whispers had become a storm. The man behind all this devastation was Magnus Veil. He stood at the heart of the revolution, his presence a beacon to the oppressed people. He had not just ignited a rebellion, he had sculpted it, guiding the fury of the people with strategic calculation. Resistance was no longer scattered as acts of defiance. It had become a movement, a force too great to be ignored. With each passing day, his army grew. Those who once feared to raise their voices against the council now shouted his name in front of the councils and raised their voices for the downfall of it. Government buildings fell one by one, symbols of the old rule were burned to ashes, and even the council's own enforcers hesitated, their loyalties fraying. The people had found their leader, and under the Magnus leadership, they surged forward like an unrelenting tide. But a true revolution required more than passion. Magnus knew that raw anger alone would not be enough. Strategy, deception, and belief, these were his real weapons. He infiltrated the city's networks, turned informants, and struck at the council's weak points with surgical attack. Every victory was planned, every battle a step towards his ultimate goal. Then came the day of fire, the night Eldora would remember forever. As the sun set, Magnus stood before his people, his voice unwavering. Tonight, Eldora is going to be reborn. His words spread like wildfire, igniting a volcano-like violence that no force could contain. The city erupted in chaos. Flames touched the night sky as rebels clashed with council soldiers in the streets. The allied guards fought viciously, but they were outnumbered, and most of all, they were unprepared for the people's sheer revolt. Smoke filled the air, screams blended with the clash of steel, and the thunders of war drums echoed through the battlefield for hours. Eldora burned the entire night. The council's hold fractured as key strongholds were occupied. As they moved forward, a deafening roar split the sky, shaking the ground beneath his feet. Magnus led the charge himself, his blade cutting through the old order, carving a path towards victory. It was all over. Before the sun rose in the east, the council's banners had been torn down and their loyalists scattered or slain. Eldora was no longer theirs. Standing top on the shattered remains of a once revered and great statue, Magnus surveyed the city. His people chanting his name, the revolution had begun. But he knew this was only the first battle. Eldora was his for the taking. He exhaled his voice, a whisper against the morning breeze. This is only the beginning.